Oil companies suck. There. I said it. But how much do they suck? Why? Instead of explaining the history behind the oil industry and the atrocities that they've had their hands in, I'll point you to a little game called Oilography. Oilography puts the player as the CEO of a major international oil company, where they feed the shareholders by drilling, controlling, and bargaining for more and more oil. The basic mechanic is the collection of oil. First, the land must be surveyed. Once oil deposits have been found, you can deploy a drill. Bigger drills collect oil faster, but drain the reserves. Reserves will eventually return less and less until they dry up, which means it's time to expand. Each country has its own challenges, such as government, opposition, and war. Players can bribe governments for special favors. They can pay private military agents to protect their equipment. Once they have political power, they can fund a war. The player gets the option each 4 years to fund a party for election. If you fund the winning party, you gain access to the war room. Here, you can choose policies to put in effect that give you access to new areas or keep your business thriving. There is also political opposition, seeking to clean up the earth. While at first they seem like annoying picketers, they represent the quieter opposition in the game, where laws are passed to oppose your company. The game ends in either mutually assured destruction, retirement, or firing. Even the retirement is about the world moving on from oil. Really, the game has no ending where you truly win. Oilography is, very clearly, critical of the oil industry. It depicts savage acts to make a quick buck at the behest of the rest of the world. You and the shareholders make money while others suffer. While playing, you simultaneously want to keep going, make more money, and expand your empire, while also feeling bad about every action. And you really do feel bad. Every time you pick a policy or set down the drill, you feel worse. The game is not soft about it. Comical, yes, but in the dry, edgy kind of way. There's just one problem. A problem that greets you in the first 5 seconds of launching the game that sullies the rest of the play. The tutorial. For the first minute of the game, you are slowly clicking through walls of text and silent, flashing GIFs telling you everything I've gone over, all at once. No breaks. This is a glaring issue. The game needs to pace this out, let the player breathe, and let the knowledge sink in. My solution? Give the player what they need when they need it. Take all this front load and just sprinkle it through the game. For example, it takes some time before you get to a place where the war room matters. By the time you've gotten enough money to fund the election, who's to say you will remember to go check on Washington and click on the war room? Place this section of the tutorial when it's needed, right after winning the election with an oiled president. The HUD element for this tutorial is also incredibly out of place and jarring. Take this and break it up. Now that the thing the tutorial is talking about is actually on screen, let's use it. Then, let's take the text box, bring it down. Let's require the player to do the action the tutorial is talking about before they can progress. Hopefully, there's time between each tutorial, so the player can learn and practice each part. Oilography is a solid criticism of the oil industry and the politics that surround it. It conveys its opinion well and gives addictive tycoon gameplay to support it. Its one glaring flaw is rather easy to fix, leading to a game that flows better and doesn't turn someone away with word vomit. This, with the sprucing up of its interface, makes a more modern, playable game while keeping its principles intact.